So I've had this unusual looking contraption in a box for the last few months, waiting for the opportunity to open it in the new studio. And I have to say I've been really pleasantly surprised with how it sounds. I've tried similar things in the sort of smart guitar world in the past, and usually once the initial excitement of the gimmicks wear off, the actual sound quality and playability is not always there. It's not always something that I'd pick up to actually record a track with. But this, the NEXG2 from Enya, sounds fantastic, which is the main thing. It's got loads of cool features. I'll mention some of them in a minute, but the main thing is it sounds really good. It feels like it sort of fills a gap between recording electric guitar and recording acoustic guitar, DI. It has such a nice, clean, bright recording that you get with the electric guitar, but then it's also got some of the warmth and carried over an acoustic guitar. And when I started playing it out the line, input through my guitar chain, I was blown away by how it sounds and responds and feels. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to make an interesting track with it, using some VSTs and sounds that I've not demoed on the channel before, bring them all together and making this really interesting track, which sounds a bit like this. Plus, I've been demoing the sound of this thing in the background as well, playing a few tracks. Bonus points if you can name any of them in the comments down below. But yeah, quickly, what is it? So the NEXG2 by Enya is a sort of smart guitar. So it essentially takes your input and it processes it internally and spits out an acoustic emulation sort of sound. And I have to say it's really responsive, sounds great, and it's super usable. And then it sends them out of the inbuilt speakers, which do sound really nice, and they do provide you with a microphone as well to record that if you want to, which is pretty cool. But my preference was to record it through the line out option. You can also use headphones, which they again provide some in-ear headphones to use. But if you're going to record it genuinely, then the line output was the way to go. You get a nice DI sort of clean sound without too much faffing about, because the inbuilt models are really nice. So I use mostly the Jazz model, but there's different effects, different models, different sounds that you can easily flick through on the guitar itself with the intuitive sort of interface, or they've got an app as well which paired up pretty nicely for me. And you can switch between profiles in there as well with, I guess, some additional settings. It also comes with this Bluetooth foot switch, which is pretty cool, which I'd love to have for other things in Ableton, I guess, but I don't know if that is possible. If it is, and you know how, please do let me know. But essentially with this, you can switch between the different profiles on the guitar itself, or you can use it to trigger the loop function, which is really cool, which is what I sort of used to get down this idea, which I'll show you in a second. So the guitar itself, as you can see, has a massive gaping hole in it, so it's pretty lightweight, but it feels really nice to play. It came set up really well. I just had to tune it and then I could start playing it instantly, which is nice for a guitar at this sort of price point. Got an array of cool features like drum backing tracks, different effects, obviously the looper that I mentioned. It's all accessible via the intuitive screen. But for me, the main thing is that it sounds good playing DI. This is the track that I made. Start off with a few different layers of the guitar, then I start to blend in some extra sounds. So starting off with a nice simple basis to the track, playing just the E string and the G string to get the sort of main core of the chords laid down. Then I took 2 takes recording a sort of triad on top of the main chords. Took 2 takes so I could pan it left and right and get that nice wide sort of airy feel. And then I looped it around and started jamming over it to give some leads for the track that I was going to put together. On top of that, layered in just a nice little melody from Lecco by Felt Instruments. Real organic, warm piano that I use a lot of. I use it a lot for texture, but this time I'm just using it flat out for the piano. top of that, I'm layering in some synth patches from Vital that I made that will be part of a pack with Lofi building out soon. If it's not already out, I'm not sure when I post this video, but that's Vital patch layered in some organic sounds. Next up, layering in the bass guitar from the Chill drums pack that I made, a little native instruments sort of contact bass recording I did. I use it quite a lot. I just want a quick warm bass sound without actually having to record the bass. And finally layering in some drums from Addictive Drums 2, using their modern soul R&B You've Got Me preset kit. So yeah, it all came together really nicely with the guitar's sort of clean and bright sound, blending in with some synthy swells and some soft acoustic drums. I think this combo worked really well. So we'll be definitely fleshing this out and making a track release from it. But yeah, really interesting, weird thing that I would definitely recommend checking out if you're interested in that sort of thing. I'll drop links to it in the description as well if you want to check it out. I think it's fair to say it would probably shine as like a travel guitar, or if you've already got your sort of main guitars and you're after something a bit more interesting, this is definitely something to look into. It's not mega expensive compared to a lot of the guitars in this category, and it really does sound nice. And I have to say, I've already used this on 2 tracks, the one in this video and another one, because I just love the sound of it. It's super easy to use and you don't have to mic up an acoustic. So yeah, very interesting guitar. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the track. I've been trying out a load of new VSTs and effects recently, so I'm going to try and cover more of them in upcoming videos. So do be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be the first to hear about that. Or you can join on Discord, which has got some big announcements coming soon as well. So yeah, do stay tuned for future stuff. Thanks for watching the video and I'll see you next time.